Masculinity is under attack. The degeneracy and childish values from social media have caused a degradation of masculinity to its lowest levels throughout history. Ladies and gentlemen, what exactly is the reason behind this attack on masculinity? Today we're going to be exploring that particular question, and we're also going to be looking more into depth at the term toxic masculinity. What exactly is toxic masculinity? Why has it popped up as a buzz phrase in the 21st century? If you like content like this, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on the post notifications, and most importantly, like the video and share the video with friends and family. Let's explore in depth. Firstly, we must speak about the influence of social media in this attack on traditional values and traditional masculinity. Male or female, if you're trying to keep your traditional values and your traditional moral beliefs and you're trying to live them out, you're trying to make them a reality, it has become so much harder in the 21st century due to the fact that we now have access to this instant validation. And unfortunately, as humans, we tend to be social creatures. We tend to love the validation. We tend to love praise from others. It's just a human thing. It's just human nature. But the fact of the matter is that it is created childish values among society. You post a pic now, you get 100 likes, 100 shares, and you instantly feel better about yourself. In the same sense, it's the same with traditional masculinity, because if you're trying to be the quote-unquote traditional man, it has become very hard to do that. It has become very hard to not seek validation. It has become very hard to not seek praise. It has become very hard to not seek that attention, because social media is pushing that agenda onto us. Whereas the traditional masculine man might stick to himself, might not seek validation, might not need validation from other people, he now is indirectly being coerced into falling into that line, into falling into the trap of social media. I've been there. Sometimes I'm still there. Sometimes we still have problems with seeking attention. Sometimes we still want that validation and that approval from other people. It's just human nature. But the fact of the matter is that the number one reason why masculinity and traditional core values have come under attack is because of this flood of false social media validation. Second reason for the attack on traditional masculinity and traditional values and morals is because of people's own insecurities. People see this agenda being pushed on social media. You have to post to get attention, to get validation. That's the only way you're going to be successful, is if you're seen on social media, if you get sponsored by brands, if you get your name out there. Whereas in the traditional sense, you know that success is a lot more than that. Success is about discipline, dedication, and consistency. So people essentially want success, but they do not want to put the work in order to attain it. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that in a sense, you need to be traditional in order to have those characteristics, in order to be consistent, in order to be a disciplined person. That's going to depend on how you were raised. If you were raised by a hardworking family in a conservative household, you know all about hard work. In fact, if you're raised in poverty, you know all about hard work. But now, there's this false idea that you can just get famous by posting a few stupid videos. And what's sad is that's actually true, you can. But would you feel better about yourself? Would you feel accomplished if you attained that amount of success and that amount of money by doing something that is against your core morals and your core beliefs? And I believe that people's own insecurities are now driving them to attack traditional values and to attack the traditional way of thinking. Work hard, go to the gym, be strong, be stoic in a sense, control your emotions. That is all labeled as being wrong now. Whereas those things, to me personally, are what make or break your success. If you cannot persevere, if you cannot show resilience, how are you going to deal with failure in life? Because failure sure as hell is going to come at some point. But if you just want this instant validation and this instant success while attacking people who are more traditional in the sense, what are you even doing? Why is it that you feel you need to attack these people? Why do you feel like you need that instant validation, that instant success? Rather take the harder path, rather struggle, rather experience failure, rather try your best, put your most work in, and let the success come. It will come. Rather than going against your morals and your beliefs, degrading yourself, and seeking instant validation from social media. Let's be honest with ourselves. If we look at the world today and we compare it to the early 1900s, I mean, sure, early 1900s, there were wars, there was starvation. We had all of these problems back then, diseases and whatnot. If we look at that particular period, we see that intelligence was at an all-time high, right? We had all of these clever people. We have all of these inventions popping up that completely changed the course of humanity forever. And now, forward to this age, people have seemingly become less intelligent. And the fact of the matter is that this has a huge impact on traditional values. It has a huge impact on the traditional way of seeing things, because everything comes so easy. You don't need that much intelligence to be successful. You only need to see a slight gap in the markets, post a few funny videos, and that's that. You're successful. But in a sense, I think this dumbing down of society has kind of made a shift in our values and the shift in the way we do and see things. We realize that, oh, you know what? I can just post a few pics. I can just, have it easy all of the time. I can get paid easy. I can live an easy life with no struggle. And that's that. And that has taken away people's drive for intelligence. It has taken away people's drive for curiosity. And it has dumbed them down just to mindless zombies scrolling on their phones every single day. And in the traditional sense, that means that when they see these people who are still traditional, who still believe in consistency, hard work, dedication, and discipline, they immediately label them as outsiders, because why are you even conforming to that idea? You can get everything easy, so why not get everything easy? Listen, ultimately it's your choice. If you seek that instant validation that makes you happy, please go for it. But if you are a traditional person, if you're a traditional man, if you embrace the principle of masculinity, you would embrace that struggle. You would embrace the challenges that lay ahead of you. And rather than attaining and seeking that instant validation, which you can probably get, you follow the harder path. Because at the end of the day, it's not really about the reward. It's about the process. It's about the process of growth. It's about the process of learning. You can never stop learning. You can never stop growing as a person. And if you have that mindset, be sure to do your best to protect it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. Share it with friends and family you think it would find inspiration from it. And I appreciate your viewership so much. You guys have been fantastic in supporting the channel. I'd like to just extend my gratitude towards all of you. It's really been a fantastic journey thus far, and I hope to see you in many videos to come.